teenager is convinced that the heartbreak will last forever and ever until the end of time. But it doesn't. Someone else comes along and the whole thing starts all over again. Parents try to tell their teenagers this in order to keep them from getting too serious. And we even use the famous, "I was your age once, I know what I was talking about." But invariably, generation after generation, teenagers believe that they're different, that their parents have no idea what they're talking about, and that this time that mom was a teenager is either a myth, or if it is true, it is so far in the past, it's prehistoric and irrelevant. When we grow up, we don't feel things as completely as we do as children. Because the emotions are less new to us, they're not as intense. Sometimes, this is a good thing. If we felt everything the way our kids did, and threw temper tantrums every time the boss said we had to work on some tedious project, we couldn't hold down our jobs. However, sometimes we'd be better off to take a cue from our children and remember to be passionate about something. I took my girls to see The Lion King in 3D when it was out in the theater. It begins from a song on Elton John, The Circle of Life, and the first verse goes like this: "From the day we arrive on this planet and blinking step into the sun, there is more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done." This song really speaks to the things we should be learning from our children, things we used to know, because whether they believe it or not, we used to be children too. Let's allow them to remind us that the world is a big, interesting place, that there is always something new to learn, that there is always potential for a new friend in every stranger you meet, that while blind trust is not always the best policy, neither is constant skepticism, that we should keep our minds open to new people and new experiences, that everyone in the world is not like us, and that that's okay. It doesn't mean that people who are different from us cannot become important in our lives. That believing in things and feeling strongly about things can enrich our lives and make us stronger. Yes, this job we have to teach our children to become productive adults is an important one. But let's be careful not to teach them too well, to stifle their creativity, their passion, their thirst for knowledge, or their spirit. And let's teach them to remember to nurture all of those things in ourselves.